In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 WNBA games happening on July 16, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Phoenix Mercury versus Washington Mystics. The Phoenix Mercury are gearing up to face the Washington Mystics in what promises to be a captivating matchup. The Mercury are currently on a 2-game losing streak, having suffered a 96-69 road loss against the Phoenix Mercury on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Mystics are hoping to start a winning streak after their 89-77 home loss to the Las Vegas Aces on Sunday. With both teams heading in different directions, this game should provide an interesting look at how they stack up against each other. Phoenix edged out a narrow 3-point victory in the first meeting between these teams in Phoenix. Grimes was not available for that game, but she has since returned to action, along with the recently injured Diana Taurasi. Taurasi, a veteran player, bolsters the Mercury's perimeter shooting and enhances the team's ball movement on offense. The Mercury boast a top 5 scoring offense, which should fare well against the Mystics' 10th-ranked field goal defense. Additionally, Phoenix has a 14-10 record against the spread this season, which is better than their overall 12-12 mark. With a day off on Monday to recover from a blowout loss in Connecticut, the Mercury are poised to perform strongly against the struggling Mystics. It's clear that the Phoenix Mercury are the superior team in this matchup. Evaluating the offensive ratings throughout the season reveals a significant disparity. The Mercury rank 5th in the WNBA with a 101.5 offensive rating, while the Mystics are 10th with a 97.5 offensive rating. Free throw attempts are crucial for several reasons, and there's a notable difference here. Phoenix ranks 6th with 18.8 free throw attempts per game, whereas Washington is 11th with only 15.3 trips to the charity stripe per game. There are several factors to consider favoring the Mystics and the points. The Phoenix Mercury struggle on the road, where they hold a 4-8 record, while the Mystics have covered the spread in 8 of their last 9 games. The Mystics also have a 16-7-1 record against the spread this season. Early game starts typically benefit the home team. Despite these considerations, the line is set at a modest 4 points, and the Mercury are undoubtedly the better team. With no signs of Griner or Taurasi on the injury report, and assuming all key players are available, and given their fight to maintain their 6th seed, the Phoenix Mercury to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Neither team excels at securing offensive rebounds and generating second-chance opportunities. The Mystics rank 10th, and the Mercury rank 11th in women's basketball with 7 offensive rebounds per game each. Recent offensive performances indicate that they are falling short of the projected total, with Phoenix averaging 89 points in their last 5 games and Washington scoring 78 points in their last 3 games. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Storm versus Los Angeles Sparks. 2 Western Conference teams will face off in their final game before the Olympic break, as the Seattle Storm travel to the City of Angels to take on the Los Angeles Sparks on Tuesday afternoon. The Storm are coming off an 81-70 home victory over the Atlanta Dream on Sunday, a game in which they did not cover the spread as 14-point favorites. The Sparks, on the other hand, secured an 87-81 road win against the Dallas Wings on Saturday, triumphing outright as 4-point underdogs. Over their last 10 meetings, both teams have claimed 5 victories each. This season, they split their 2 encounters, with the Sparks winning 84-79 on May 4th, and the Storm dominating 95-79 on June 11th, both games taking place in Seattle. Despite splitting their 2 earlier matchups this season, the Sparks inspire less confidence. Although Los Angeles recently regained Stevens, she is still finding her form after missing the first 2 months of the season. Conversely, Seattle is playing strong basketball, riding a 2-game winning streak into this contest. The Storm's depth in their rotation is a significant advantage, something the Sparks lack. The loss of Brink has been detrimental to Los Angeles, and with Stevens not yet at full capacity, it's hard to depend on her to shoulder the load. Seattle excels on both ends of the floor and dominates the boards, which should help them secure a win and head into the break positively. The Seattle Storm are clearly the superior team in this matchup. They have already defeated the Sparks once this season by a 16-point margin and should have no trouble covering a 9-point spread. In their previous encounter, the Storm closed out the game effectively, winning the fourth quarter by 11 points, despite the Sparks' 24 free throw attempts. Typically, the Storm do not commit as many fouls as they did in that game. Additionally, Seattle is the healthier team, with no players on the injury report, whereas Los Angeles will be without center Lai Yuru, guard Lexi Brown, and forward Cameron Brink. The net ratings of these teams are vastly different. The Storm are third in the WNBA with a plus 8.5 net rating, while the Sparks are 11th with a minus 7.5 net rating. Recently, the Storm have been averaging 87 points in their last 5 games, compared to the Sparks' 77 points over their last 3. This game will provide significant insights into the Seattle Storm, as it will be their first road game since June 19th. The Sparks, however, have performed best at home, securing 3 of their 4 wins this season there. Nevertheless, the Storm are 10-6 against the spread this season and 9-2-1 against the spread in their last 12 games when favored by 8 or more points. Notably, 10 of the Sparks' 17 losses this season have been by 10 or more points. Therefore, the Seattle Storm to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Entering Monday, Seattle had seen the under hit in 14 out of 24 games this season, with 6 of their 10 road games staying under the total. This will be their first away game since June 19th. Los Angeles has also seen the under hit in 14 out of their 23 games this season, with a 7-4 mark in their 11 home games. In the last 10 meetings between these teams, the under has hit 6-3-1, improving to 3-0-1 in the last 4 matchups. The Sparks' struggles offensively contribute to keeping the game under the projected total, making under the projected total our full game total pick. Connecticut Sun versus New York Liberty. The Connecticut Sun, boasting an impressive record of 18-5, are gearing up to face the formidable New York Liberty, who stand at 20-4 on Sunday evening. This exciting Eastern Conference showdown will take place at the Barclays Center. The Sun are riding high after a dominant 96-69 home victory over the Phoenix Mercury this past Sunday. Meanwhile, the Liberty are on a roll, coming off an 81-67 road win against the Chicago Sky on Saturday, marking their 3rd consecutive victory. These two teams have met twice this season, with the Liberty emerging victorious on both occasions, including a close 71-68 win on the road just last week. The New York Liberty's success against the Connecticut Sun this season, reflected in their 2-0 record and an average winning margin of 5 points per game, is no accident. Free throw shooting has been a significant differentiator between the two teams. The Sun rank 11th in the league with a 76.1% free throw percentage, while the Liberty excel in this area, holding 3rd place in the WNBA with an 82.4% free throw percentage. Additionally, the Liberty's strategy of pushing the pace has paid off, as they lead the league with an average of 12.8 fast break points per game. In contrast, Connecticut has adopted a more deliberate approach, averaging 9.2 fast break points per game, placing them 8th in this category. Rena Stewart, the Liberty's 2nd leading scorer and rebounder, did not play in Saturday's game against Chicago but is expected to return for Tuesday's matchup with Connecticut. Defense will be a critical factor in this game, with Connecticut leading the WNBA in points allowed and New York close behind in 3rd place. Offensively, however, the Liberty have a significant edge, ranking 2nd in scoring and 1st in field goal shooting percentage. In comparison, Connecticut is 8th in scoring and 6th in field goal shooting percentage. Sabrina Ionescu has been a standout performer for New York, averaging 19 points, 6.2 assists, and 4.3 rebounds per game, leading the team in both scoring and assists. New York has covered the spread in 4 of its last 5 games, whereas Connecticut has struggled, failing to cover the spread in 7 of its last 10 games. New York has also been dominant straight up, winning 16 of its last 19 games and 9 of its last 10 home games. The Connecticut Sun are a formidable team, often underestimated as underdogs. However, the Liberty have had the upper hand in their recent encounters, winning 9 of the last 10 games against the Sun, including a perfect 3-0 record this season. In those games, the Liberty are 2-1 against the spread. The Liberty's home record this season is stellar at 9-1, while 3 of the Sun's 4 losses have been on the road. It's important to check the status of key players like Stewart before finalizing any bets. Regardless, the New York Liberty to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their matchup 6 days ago, these teams combined for just 139 points, making it hard to expect a significant increase in scoring this time around. Both teams have demonstrated outstanding defensive capabilities heading into this game. Connecticut is second in the league with a 93.4 defensive rating, while New York ranks fourth with a 95.8 defensive rating. Both teams are also effective at limiting second chance opportunities, with the Sun allowing just 6.9 offensive rebounds per game, the best in the league, and the Liberty allowing 8, ranking 6th. New York's offensive strength, as the second highest scoring team in the WNBA, will be tested against Connecticut's tough defense, which leads the league in points allowed. The total points have finished under in 5 of New York's last 6 games and in 4 of Connecticut's last 6 road games. In their 2 matchups this season, the total has split 1-1, but the most recent game saw the total finish under, with the teams combining for 139 points against a closing line of 159. Given both teams' defensive prowess, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Sky versus Las Vegas Aces. The Las Vegas Aces, holding a strong 16-7 record, are currently positioned third in the overall WNBA standings. They have been on a roll, securing victories in their last 4 games. Their most recent loss was on July 5th against the Los Angeles Sparks. In their latest victory, they defeated the Washington Mystics with a score of 89-77. This win was largely thanks to A'ja Wilson's outstanding performance, where she scored 28 points and grabbed 17 rebounds. Kelsey Plum also contributed significantly with 22 points, and Tiffany Hayes added 17 points to the mix. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky have a 9-14 record and are sitting in the 8th spot in the standings. They have been struggling lately, losing 3 of their last 4 games, including back-to-back defeats against the New York Liberty. In their challenging game on Saturday, Marina Mabrey led the Sky with 21 points, but key players Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and Chennedy Carter were limited to 8, 6, and 7 points respectively, ending Reese's double-double streak. This marks the second meeting of the season between these two teams, with the Aces having won the first game 95-83. The Las Vegas Aces have been a dominant force, both in terms of straight-up wins and against the spread in recent games. Over their last 10 games, they are 6-4 against the spread and boast an impressive 9-1 straight-up record. Their performance at home has been particularly noteworthy, as they have a perfect 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 home games. This home court advantage plays a crucial role, especially when considering a significant spread like -14.5. On the flip side, the Chicago Sky have been struggling, particularly against teams with winning records. They are just 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games against such opponents. Offensively, the Sky have been inconsistent and underwhelming in July, managing to score 80 points in only 2 of their 6 games this month. Their stars were notably quiet in their recent loss to the Liberty, which has been a recurring issue for the team. The Las Vegas Aces are riding a wave of momentum and are about to send 4 players to the Olympics. Their recent winning streak has propelled them to the top of the standings in the West. The key matchup in this game will be in the paint, where A'ja Wilson will look to dominate against Reese, similar to their first encounter this season. In their previous meeting, Wilson scored 31 points in a dominant performance and will be eager to prove once again that she is the best player on the court. Reese, who often scores from offensive rebounds, will face a tough challenge as Wilson will be grabbing defensive boards to limit her opportunities. Kelsey Plum is the best perimeter player in the game, and Jackie Young has been excellent in setting up her teammates while also averaging 18.5 points per game. The Aces have too much firepower for the Sky, having won by 12 points on the road in their last matchup, and are likely to win by an even larger margin at home. Therefore, the Las Vegas Aces to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Aces play at a fast pace, boasting the top scoring offense in the league, though they are not always focused on getting stops on the defensive end. They are first in scoring and 7th in scoring defense, indicating that while they will push the pace, they won't completely shut out Chicago. This was evident in their first game of the season, where Las Vegas scored 95 points on the road but also conceded 83 points, resulting in a game that went well over the total. The Aces stars shined in that game, with Wilson scoring 31 points, Young 22, and Plum 21. Expect another fast-paced and high-scoring performance as the Aces aim to run the Sky off the floor and carry a 5-game winning streak into the All-Star break. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.